Hey guys, how are you? This is Eric Bramlett with Bramlett Partners, and today we are here to talk about the February 2025 Austin Metro real estate statistics. We're now in the month of March, and the weather is amazing here in Austin. I hope that everyone has great plans for South by Southwest, either staying in town or getting out of town to avoid the holidays. Before we get started, I would like to invite everyone, if you are a real estate professional, please check out the Raise the Bar Facebook group. There's a link to that in the description. And if you are a home buyer or seller or just a homeowner or somebody who is interested in the market, I'd like to invite you to please reach out to us to discuss your situation or just to discuss how the market is going. With all of that said, let's go ahead and dive right into the statistics. So month of February was sluggish again after a sluggish month in January. Total sales down just under 16%, with total pending contracts down 12.4%. The market pricing is completely stable. We saw average price tick up by 2.5 and median price tick down by 2.7. We're now over 18 months of price stabilization. So it is a fair statement to say that if you are buying in Austin, it is a safe investment. And if you are selling, you are unlikely to see the prices change considerably if that stabilization remains. This is a visualization of what pricing has done over the last 12 months. You can see that the average has just ticked up a little bit. We do see normal seasonal fluctuations here, and then the median has ticked down just a little bit, also with those normal seasonal fluctuations. Moving into volume, this does a great job of showing what is going on with demand in the market. You do have, anecdotally, there seems to be a decent amount of demand, but that is not converting into contracts. We think that is likely due to higher interest rates in January and February, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But the month of February, we saw a decline of 13.7% in total volume sold. And the year to date is now minus 7% in total volume sold in the metro. Looking at seasonality, we do expect this year to follow normal seasonal patterns. We're comparing 2025 against 2024 and 2023. You can see that the market always ticks up in the spring and early summer for pending units, and then it's generally a straight line decline through the fall and winter. January and February 2025 were no different, following the seasonal pattern, and we do expect it to remain through the spring and summer. New listings, same story here. You'll generally see more new listings hit in the spring and early summer, and the first 2 months of the year in 2025 are certainly following that pattern. We're looking at headwinds against the market and not job growth, but the opposite, job contraction is a significant headwind and remains so. We've now seen 2.5 years of the hiring freeze in the tech industry, and we're waiting to see that begin to thaw. No indications of it thawing just yet, but we do expect that to return to normal at some point in the future. A new headwind is consumer confidence. There's been quite a bit of turbulence in the news very recently, and that is now affecting consumer confidence. You can see that we're at the lowest level we've been in the past 12 months, and that will be a headwind to the market. Tailwinds, mortgage rates. So when you look at mortgage rates right over the holidays, we were below 7%. At the turn of the year, mortgage rates went up. We were north of 7% all the way through January and February. And very recently, as in the past week and a half, we've seen rates decline back below 7%. And most recently, we're at around 6.7%. We're hopeful that this will get some buyers off the fence. It will add demand to the market. But what remains to be seen is how much of a headwind consumer confidence is versus the tailwind of dropping mortgage rates. This month has not shown much movement in the way of pricing, and we did not see sold or pending units go in the direction that we would like. The only real change this month has been the positive movement in mortgage rates and then the decline in consumer confidence. So that's what we want to pay attention to. It's important to note that January and February are some of the slowest months of the year. So they certainly don't paint the whole picture, and it certainly will not set the stage for the entire year. But we're very excited to see what March, April, and May will bring. Those are generally the busiest months of the year. We'll monitor that very closely. As always, real estate is hyper-local and hyper-situational. We would love to discuss your situation with you. If you would like to do that, please reach out to us and we get a conversation going. If you're a buyer, there's quite a bit of inventory for you to choose from right now. You'll typically see more competition in the spring than you will see in the late summer or fall. but you'll have more inventory to choose from. If you're a seller, the spring is typically the best time for you to list. So if you're considering selling in 2025, this is the time to mobilize. We are hopeful that this year will be a little bit better than 2024, but we're monitoring the market very closely to see what conditions emerge. If you're a real estate professional, business strategy is one of my favorite topics. So please reach out to me if you'd like to discuss that. And if you're just casually monitoring the market and you'd like to talk about it, we'd also love to chat with you. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. Hope everybody's having an amazing week with plans for the weekend. It looks like the weather will be beautiful. I'm Eric Bramlett with Bramlett Partners. I'm very grateful that you've watched all the way to the end, and I hope that you watch our next market update next month. Thanks so much.